everybody gets to listen to this on a PA. So I count myself fortunate. That's my supposed where I shot the video. No. Okay, I'm about halfway through the album, I think. I'm a little over halfway through the album. I made it to track 5. There's 9 songs on the album. I made it to track 5. I've got 4 more songs left, and it's about 30 minutes left of it. And let me tell you what. It's starting to become a chore, guys. So it's been over 24 hours. I've listened to it. I started real late on the other night, and I wanted to finish the album, and I did finish the album that night. And I wanted to film this immediately after, but I was too tired. Then the next morning I had audio issues, and I think I've solved that now. Pretty confident that I've solved that now. So now I'm doing the video, and make sure everything's right, because I moved stuff around and I have to move it back because I don't want you to see what I did until I show you. So anyway, continuity. So basically, okay. Yes, it was becoming a chore, but I think it was only because it was 77 minutes long, and it's hard to hold my interest on new music. It really is. I mean, I feel bad because I want to learn, I want to get exposed to new music, but I don't seem to be able to take it for long periods of time. I can take my classics that I love for long periods of time. I guess I'm just getting to that age. I'm just an old guy, so I'm stuck in my ways now. But regardless of all that, I made it through, and I have to tell you what I like about the album before I tell you what I don't like. It sounds great. Some of the songs are good. What I mean by good, I mean really good. The first track is very, very good. I like it. Despite what they did, which I'm going to tell you later, but I think they did. I'm pretty much sure everybody's in agreement on this, so it's not really that big of a secret, but I like to, whatever. So I like that they I like the song. I like the third song. I like some of the other songs. There's a couple that I feel like shouldn't have been on the album. About 2 or 3 shouldn't have been on the album. I'm starting to go into negative. Is there anything else positive I liked about it? It's mixed really well. It's produced really well. John Petrucci produced it by himself, so it's that's all done well. Now, what I don't like about the album, how do I put this? They obviously rewrote their previous songs. That was a conscious decision. I felt like that at first I felt like that they were trying to rewrite images and words. And I'll explain it to you this way. There was a contest a while ago when this album came out, Train of Thought. My visual aid going. There we go. When this album, Train of Thought, came out, before it came out, They did a contest that stated that we've got all the metronome markings, all the key changes, all the time changes, and everything, and how long each section is going to be with that time signature and that key signature and that tempo. And we're going to, here's the list right here. Write it down, and without hearing the song that this was based off of, write the song, write your version of the song. Okay? And the winner got to get that song played during the music before Dream Theater started. And actually, a side note, 2 people won that, so they had to play 2 people's songs. So, that's what I felt like they did with this album. They took all the settings from Images and Words and from a little bit of Metropolis 2000 and a little bit from Systematic Chaos, a little bit from Octavarium, a little bit of that, and they took the templates of these songs and rewrote them. Is what it sounds like to me. And I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I don't know. I don't really. It's hard for me to listen to it as its own song when I know what they're getting, where they're getting it from. And second off, see where I'm at on time here. I'm doing good. Second off, where the hell is Mike Mangini? Where Mike Mangini? What were you thinking? You've got probably the sweetest gig that was never going to be available. Portnoy was never going to leave that band ever, before. Well, he almost left before, but I mean, come on, that was inconceivable that he would leave his own band. It was his band. I mean, it was John and John's and Mike's, but you know who was running the show. The 2 Johns got their say, but Mike made it happen. That was his baby. Dream of a lifetime to get that seat. What are you doing? Play. It's like I don't know what he was thinking. And here's the difference. See, Mike Mangini is an amazing drummer. And he can do things that Mike Portnoy either can or won't. I mean, I've seen one of his drum solos, and he's just does a single stroke roll forever and switches hands. And it's flawless, and it's amazing. But I don't know. It seemed like he purposely tried not to be Mike Mangini, and even more so, not Mike Portnoy either. He was. Yeah, let me explain to you how I see it, the way Dream Theater was. Mike Mangini is an amazing drummer, does amazing things. That's where I was going. I'm sorry, I drifted off for a little bit. But Mike Portnoy drove that band. He drove it. He would play unison parts with the band, but the second time around, or the third time around, he'd change them slightly to let you know that his part was evolving, kind of like what Neil Peart did. That's what I try to do. So Mike Portnoy drove the band, while Mike Mangini so far, I haven't heard the rest of the stuff yet, but so far is following the band. And it's a subtle difference. If you're not paying attention, you won't notice it. but it's noticeable for drummers and musicians, I think, that there's something off. What is it? And what it is it's that the drummer is following the band instead of driving the band like my Portnoy did. So those are my two big complaints. You know, the songs were good, but I kept thinking back on what are they trying to rewrite now. So I wasn't really in it. Usually when the new Dream Theater comes out, the stuff is the stuff is so different, it makes you take notice. Every album was really different. That and there's a couple of songs on that I felt like they should have been on James LaBrie's solo record. There's at least two songs with just piano, strings, and vocals, and that's it. So at least two, I think three. And they're ballads. I'm not opposed to Dream Theater doing ballads, but when they all sound the same, or they all have the same instrumentation, it's a little, So, that being said, where does it go? Okay, for the first part of this, I've also decided I'm going to rearrange some of these tiers as well. Within the tiers, I'm gonna swap around the some of these. I'm not going to touch this one yet because that's for its own video, I think, because there's a lot there and there may be more. I don't know. I haven't heard these, so I don't know. I'm pretty sure this one's going to be not good, but I'm not going to get into that yet. But where does this go? This goes not here, not here. And not here. So it's between here and here. And I have to say that it goes here. It's good, which is a lot higher ranking than I thought I was going to give it. I really thought I was going to hate it. I don't hate it. The first song's wonderful. I don't love it either. I can live without it, but it's good. Now, that being said, one time when I filmed this, I got an idea that, well, I know this already. This is going to happen right now, because that's a definite. Metropolis Part 2, slight edge over images and words. Slight edge. I think the only reason is that Metropolis Part 2 is a concept record, and it's probably one of the best concept records I've heard. That's saying a lot. It's saying a lot. Wow, I'm thinking about it. Yeah. It's a pretty cool concept, and it holds together. It holds together really well. Now, what about this? I started thinking about this, and I'm gonna renege on this tier. I'm actually gonna move this one down a spot. That's where it's going to go. So that's happening. That now the list is involved. And next time we're going to do this album, which is Dream Theater. That's it. That's the name of the album, Dream Theater. I don't like that name. I'm against it, but that's me. I take offense to a lot of things I shouldn't too. So All right. I've done this long enough. All right. Hopefully this works. And be ready for the next one. Now this album, these albums, I know nothing about, except this one. I know this one's very long. I don't know anything about these two, or this one. No, don't think I've heard a song from. I haven't heard a song from any of them. Don't believe. So, all right then, guys. Take care. Take it easy. Like, comment, and subscribe, and all that crap. I gotta do it now. Cheeky later. Yeah.